seeing if I can finish up some more of the story today before anything demands my attention for today. So, sit back, relax, enjoy, and watch me die or watch me succeed. Either way, it's going to be a blast. Holla.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
You been flying the Outer Systems route lately? Deader than a space caterpillar out there.
Traffic's down all over. Even the innes are holding on.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right. Fine, as long as the Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades. Now, see here, What was I doing again?
Talk to your local manager about applying for training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful ground product. Military service does not guarantee full employment rights, tax breaks, military discounts, health benefits, military barriers, participation, medal training, or weapons. You've been listening to Halcyon News, your mandated duty as a good citizen of Halcyon.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affair. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar.
Easy does it.
If you're not crew, you're little people.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
What do you think you're doing? Just don't complicate my job, okay?
Miss, what do you think you're doing? Sorry for the misunderstanding.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter, Captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure... I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my... I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. Last he told me, he was taking... You look out, though. I'm sorry. Am I... See him, Furo? We could... Let me get one thing straight. Just... As for the rest, I'm trying to fix... Be my guest. If you know...
Something I can help you with? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on... Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. We don't have the ability... Regret... We'd near... Take care...
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, oh, and it's not the best choice. A lot of slogans to keep. Heard of it? My orientation aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a spacious choice, Spirit. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone... I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable. I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price. Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Spread wash, mouthwash, and mantle. Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them. Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse Mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere. Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Care. Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth Lost? Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, if there are self-made purgatory. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't... You do that?
Deader than usual around here. Chief wants to reduce board traffic.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got only the usual. Marauders all over space. You ever wonder how folk who can't figure the bleeding-edge technology of a spoon can manage to get ships into space? The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it.
It might be your thermal control system's busted. That can happen if it's not tended to from time to time.
I don't really care what the issue is, kid. I just want it fixed. Sweat's starting to make me chafe in places I shouldn't be chafing. They're supposed to gather up all the heat the systems generate and vent it into space. Instead of the heat going where it ought, though, it seems to be blowing straight down the promenade. Weeks? I lost track. Too law-damn long. Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennyson, to be precise. She runs this heap. Best she can, anyway. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels. That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Junlei in engineering. What ain't I got?
spending large tonight.
Colonials are always itching.
This is Halcyon. Interrupt your regular.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? That's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you. Why, it gets you the weapon best suited for your lifestyle.
All the better for performing a little percussive maintenance.
Self-improvement, including one's weapons, is always a worthy endeavor.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like finesse? Slap a scope and silencer on that bad boy. Bunker down in a bush someplace and pop off heads. What if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? Extended ammo magazine and a barrel heatsink to bump up rate of fire. Only takes a bit of elbow. Most ships have a workbench near the cargo hold. Ours is in engineering. You can take your new toys over there. No and yes. When you install something, it pops in there real nice, but if you want to replace it, the originals tend to snap like plastic toys. Right here for a start. I got a fair selection. Modified weapons are my specialty. A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't discuss impolite topics, and WARRANTIES tops the list. So, what can I get you?